Today I'm starting a new project, and that is to take this guitar, an acoustic electric 12 string, and try my best to make it sound like just an electric 12 string, like think of a Rickenbacker. And so I'll be using my quad Cortex. I'll be building a preset just in here because I do need to take this live. I can't put any tricks in my DAW or anything like that. So yeah, just follow along. We'll do it. Okay, so getting started, I have the quad Cortex here just running as its own audio interface into my Mac Mini using its USB cable. And to monitor it, because I don't have it hooked up with my Apollo and all of that, I just have the headphones coming straight out of the back of the QC. And I don't have any amps or any effects or anything on this guitar right now. This is what it sounds like just plugged straight in. And I'm going to have to remember to mute the microphone audio when I'm playing the guitar, so you just hear the pure sound of what it's like in the unit. That's with nothing on it. It's a pretty good sound. It's not, it's a little bit plasticky, with the way these pickups work for acoustic electrics. So I'm going to try to just get rid of all that, as well as add whatever I can to make it be like an electric 12 string. All right, so the first thing I'm going to add is just a simple amplifier and cabinet. And I haven't even thought ahead about what I want to use. So I'm just going to go through here, pick something I like for that chimey sound. I might go for like a Vox kind of sound on this. So let me see what we can do with this, and then we'll get a cab, and I'll just use what I think of, at least so far, well, no, I'll use the Vox cab here, the 212 AC30 style. We'll just see what that looks like. Save it, always save, and see what we get so far. Okay, here are the settings for the amp. I've brought the volume back a little bit, and I've also adjusted the tone control a little bit and just boosted the output by just a tiny bit to make up for any of the volume cut. But it was a little gainy. I'm trying to get a really clean sound on this. Here's what I have so far. You can tell there's still a little bit of dirt in there. I might leave it. I might adjust it a little bit further. It's still sounding really acoustic, even with that amplifier added. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to try adding an overdrive. Not really for, grit. I'm gonna try a Boss SD1, and then what I'm really gonna have to use on this, I think, get into is some EQ, some pretty extensive EQ to do what I can with this. But I'm gonna try this first. So let's see. I really don't want any distortion, but maybe just do a little, just because. The tone, I'm not plugged in right now, so I'm gonna have to listen to this. We'll come back and see what I end up with. Wow, okay, so I've made a lot of changes. I just sat here and played with it for a while. I'll go back and walk through what I've done on the Quad Cortex. But first, I just wanted to give you, the listener, an update on what the guitar is sounding like itself. Now let's go check out what I've done. So first let me say that I completely changed out the amp and the cab. I just ended up not being happy with what I'd done. So I'm actually using the model in the QC of a Fender Deluxe Reverb. And for the cab, it's also 112, sorry, Deluxe. You can see all the details there. And I really didn't change too many of the cab settings. I inched in the SM57 microphone just a tiny bit, just to give it a little bit more crisp top end on that. Because that's what I'm really trying to go. I'm trying to go for both high end and buttery on this sound. I did add an overdrive, not the one that I picked first. It wasn't the Boss. I added what they call a myth drive, which is your clone copy thing. Again, very little gain, plenty of treble, back the level off it because it was really hot. And then on EQ, I used a graphic EQ. I cut out there was a lot of low end coming through from the bass strings of that guitar. So I just got rid of all that. And I boosted some places where I felt like it made sense. I cut some places where it felt like it made sense. I may play around with this a little bit more, but that's what I've done so far. So what's left, I think, is not only going back through and re-listening to the settings, maybe through a different pair of headphones and different speakers, and what it's going to sound like live through my speaker. I want to add a little bit of delay and some reverb, just some ambience on it, because it's just dry right now, and I'm not going to get it too crazy, but just do a little bit of that. But so far it's come a long way from where we started. So let me just say, if you're interested in hearing the whole finished sound, or if you're interested in other preset builds on the Quad Cortex, or any other topic, leave me a comment in the box below, and subscribe and like and do all that fun stuff so that you can be notified when other videos are posted. And hope to see you then. Thanks.